been going through Ecclesiastes lately, and there's this one phrase that keeps popping up. The writer Solomon, when he writes about anything at all, says that everything is meaningless. Doesn't matter what he's talking about. Everything that happens on this earth has no meaning whatsoever. And this is a continuing theme that keeps going throughout the book. And it gets me to thinking about that. Is there anything that we do here on this earth, here at UK, does anything have meaning? Well, I'm not going to go into a deep theological discussion about Ecclesiastes, and I'm certainly not as wise as Solomon was, but gosh, it gets me to think, you know, does anything have any meaning here or anywhere in this earth? I mean, once you think about it, you know, we leave this world like we came in. We have no possessions. We have no accomplishments. We have nothing to our name except an indictment of our relationship with Jesus Christ. That's it. That's all. So, is Solomon right? Is there anything that really matters here on this earth? Is there anything here in UK that has any meaning? Is everything truly meaningless?
Such strong ideas, things were so simple and
See, I love going to the BCM during the day. I mean, there's nothing organized like TNT or Freshman Focus or S Club or Fuse or whatever going on, but there's so much going on in between the lines of what our ministry is all about during the day. I go into the multi-purpose room and there's huge games of killer pong going on and people are going crazy and it's wild and it's exciting and I love it. It's great. Then I go into the office and interns and Daniel are talking to students and getting to know them on a more personal level and really trying to help them grow in their walk with Christ and just getting to know, you know, how's their day going? You know, how are their classes? Things like that. Then I go out into the lobby. That's where the real action is going on. You know, you have sellers and anagrams, and you have people playing Mario Kart on the Nintendo 64, and then you have people just, you know, chilling on the couch and reading the Colonel, and people talking about how John Calipari is going to bring his title number 8. These are exciting things. I love all the things that happen during the day at the BCM, but if you think about it, do any of these things really matter? I mean, are any of these things going to help us grow in our walk with Christ? How is settlers or talking to an intern or playing killer pong, how's that going to make a difference? And you know, if you think about it, maybe Solomon's onto something. Maybe so much of what we do here in UK during the day, just hanging out and having fun at the BCM, maybe it really doesn't have any meaning at all. Maybe maybe he's right. At these things that we do during the day as something more than what they just appear to be. I mean, whether it's killer pong or whether it's sellers, any games, any TV, anything that goes on at the BCM during the day, we're building and developing relationships with one another that hopefully we'll keep throughout our 4 years here at UK or more years, and then hopefully on into life. You know, we're building relationships that will last a lifetime. And now I know that stuff on Tuesday and Thursday nights are still important. TNT, Freshman Focus, S Club Fuse, whatever. Because, you know, there's no replacement for worshiping the Lord as a community and then growing in His Word together in a group with our friends. But how are we going to grow together as a body, as one BCM, if we don't know and we don't like one another? And that's why all these things have meaning. That's why we play Bananagrams, and why we play Mario Kart, and why we play Team Block Killer, and all these things during the day, to grow together as one body. Because we have to build that community together if we're going to grow together as a community. You know, I love how Jesus lived and taught in community. The Gospels are just chocked full of examples of how he worked that way. You know, you think he taught so many people, the 5,000 on the hillside, just so many examples of him teaching. Him at meals and parties and feasts, just fellowshipping and working with the disciples in a big group. Jesus doesn't work by himself. You know, he's working in community. And all of these things are really captured in the Bible and his ministry and all these things that he does. But I think what's as equally important is what is caught in between the lines. The relationships that Jesus built with his family, his friends, and his disciples. What is not described in the Word of Christ, in the Word of God, in the Bible itself, enabled those people to love Jesus so much that they would give up everything to follow him once he was resurrected and once he ascended to the throne with his Father. That is true love. We had a wonderful year here at the BCM, and we did some wonderful things. We reached out to the campus through making some pancakes. We went on mission for Christ all around the country and all over the world, praising his name and spreading his love. And we honored our fallen friends through a dinner theater and a 5K. But what I'm going to remember about this year, my senior year at the BCM, is the community that we built together, where we rallied through adversity and we grew through sorrow. That's what I'm going to remember, us coming together as one. The freshmen said it best last week during Freshman TNT. They said that the BCM equals family, and I couldn't agree more. This year, this BCM became a family. You know, I go back to my friend Solomon, and even though I kind of disagree about what he had to say about how everything's meaningless here on this earth, I do give him credit on one thing that he wrote in chapter 4 of that book, where he says that two are better than one, and that working with two can give you a better return on your work. And then if one falls down, the other one can be there to pick them up. That's what a family is. That's what a community is. Helping others in need and when they're in crisis. And that's what we've become here at the BCM this year. That's what I'm going to remember about this year. So may you continue to build those friendships and build those relationships and fill in between the lines your story about your walk with Christ. Fill it with those relationships and friendships, that it may become rich material, so that when we read your book that's written about you and your walk with Christ, we can all read it with great joy.